Do 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 do. Welcome to the
Red Bean Podcast, New Orleans edition.
I am your host, Mr. Toad.
And I'm Dr. Frog.
We just came back from Mopho's. It's a pho restaurant in New Orleans. And this is your first time, Dr. Frog.
Yes.
What did you think?
This is my first time eating there. Amazing food. I love the menu. Very creative. I absolutely loved it. I love the atmosphere. Dimmer lights. Nice earthy tones around the restaurant.
I felt like the staff was just really helpful.
Yeah, you could tell they genuinely cared about you having a good meal and a good time there. And you could tell that they took a lot of pride in their food. And
the flavors, it was so flavorful. Didn't you feel like the sauces and everything?
Oh, yeah. Appetizers, we had, I believe, a coconut queso that I think was delicious. There was bread alongside it, shrimp.
Steak fries?
Steak fries, yeah.
Those were really good. And that barbecue sauce?
Fries with barbecue sauce, yes.
And what was your dish that you had?
It's at the bottom. I actually had a curry, black bean curry with tofu. And it was delicious. They had some spinach in it as well. And there were just so many wonderful flavors to it. I'd highly recommend it for everyone. I had a really great time.
I had the hangover pho. Amazing.
What is inside that?
They had eggs in there. It was like, you could taste the egg. It was amazing. Then they had like a little bit of little bacon in there. The noodles were great, but the egg is really what really adds the poached eggs in there.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Good for hangovers, huh?
It's definitely, if you're feeling like crummy or something, or you're like, I really need to have my sinuses open up, it's hard to beat the hangover. And we'll show some images as we're talking about this.
Yeah. And, I really liked the food. It did open up my sinuses as well. I think it's great that they had a nice selection, even for vegetarian and vegan.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. The pricing didn't seem too bad. Did you feel like it was bad pricing, or you think it was pretty?
No, it was very fair.
Yeah, for the quality of the food. Bless you.
Yes.
Now, one question I would probably say is, would you consider this a place that it was a date night, or maybe you had some colleagues, or maybe you're just like you're in need of some pho? You know how you need pho sometimes? Bless you.
Yes.
Do you need, like, sometimes you're like, oh, I need pho. Is this a place you think would satisfy your needs?
Yes, and I would say all of the above. This could be for a special occasion, but I think it could also just be a casual weekend night. You could go out with coworkers or with friends, and it's perfectly appropriate.
What I liked about it too is they also had a little porch in the back. Didn't you like that?
Yes, the patio was not open when we went, but they could easily expand their space out if it was a nice night out.
I know you had the what was it, the bubble tea or something?
Yeah, they had boba tea. They had a variety of drinks that were very New Orleans themed as well. They had a king cake boba.
Yeah.
But it was tremendous, and there were also alcohol versions of these. But you could also have non-alcoholic cocktails as well. So there's a nice variety and selection that I found, and they have other things too, like beer and wine. Some of your more standard fare.
What I liked about it too was the amount of tofu. Wasn't that a great selection? The tofu that you had was great. I like that.
Yes, so tofu is very hard to work with, and they had some wonderful fried tofu in my black bean curry. And you could probably have gotten chicken as well, but it's hard to work with, and they just did it so well, and it held so many flavors, and it was wonderful.
I like the different sauces, definitely. I think that added like a new layer to it.
Yeah, almost every dish had different combinations.
And sometimes you if you had different appetizers, you kind of mixed and matched them. That's what I did.
Well, I'm not sure if you saw this, but in the bottom right of their menu, next to the sides, they also had a variety of sauces that you could ask to add to your pho.
Oh, wow.
So you can get a spicy,
I didn't know that.
Thai peanut sauce or something like that.
100%.
other flavors to mix and match. It makes you want to go back there and try everything. Yeah, really
more exploration for sure.
Certainly. Yeah.
And so, if you had a score from 1 to 10, 1 not being great, 10 being like Michelin, what would you call? What would you rate this place?
For the type of for what they're trying to do, they nailed it right on the head. I would give it a 9.5.
Awesome.
I'd say it's one of the better places that we've gone to.
Yeah, I gave this place a 9 because I've been there before.
It's the kind of place, if I had the right kind of friend visit, I would intentionally take them there.
Exactly.
When I think about where to eat in the city, this is definitely one of the top places I would.
You're like, if you need pho, this is the place to go.
If you need pho, but also they have a variety of other dishes as well besides pho that I found impressive.
What would you say if you weren't going to go for pho? What would you suggest as being a better choice? Or something?
Well, I didn't try the steam buns, but they had a nice selection of them. I would try the. I had the curry.
Yeah.
But they also have a variety of entrees as well. They have a lot of bowls that aren't necessarily pho, but you can still get similar ingredients mixed together. And their appetizers are so varied. It really is. There is something for everyone if you bring the family. So
I like that they have hamburgers there too, and they actually have a kind of like a
I actually didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crispy chicken, hot honey.
I found the duck. They have a duck dish that looked interesting.
I've always been told the duck is kind of oily a little bit. What are your thoughts?
Well,
about
I was actually in Vegas less than a year ago, and I got this $300 duck at Momofuku's.
How was it?
It was the best duck I've ever had in my life. It was delicious.
Did it feel oily, or how did it feel?
No, not at all. It was juicy and rich, and I highly recommend duck for those who haven't tried it.
Okay.
Louisiana isn't the first place that I think of when I think of
yeah,
field game. Whether it's quail. If you go to Giacomo's or some other places, you can get some game like that. Quail and things like that. But yeah, I'd be interested in trying the duck if we go back there and some of the pho.
I like that they had this special. You were showing it to me, where it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yes, they have
the whole week
each day of the week, and they sounded delicious. There was a Korean barbecue one that I was interested in.
I was curious about the one on Friday, which is a fried rice. That looked really good too.
Yeah, it seemed to be what you were describing that you wanted to order, just on fried rice. It was I can't remember what it was on fried rice.
It was really good. I just remember that. It was like,
it was a specific dish you were looking for. It was can't remember. It might have been the oysters, the PB&J oysters. Yeah.
But I definitely see if someone wanted to, like, hey, I want to go out and have kind of like an Asian fusion.
Yeah.
But I still want to get my oyster bowl going. This is the place you can go.
It's fun because the dishes, you could tell that love was put in them, and there's just so much creativity on the menu. It really did make me want to go back there, and if you could bring some friends, it's a place where you can get something that you'll like, really good ingredients.
And they also have a kids menu.
Oh, I didn't realize that they had they have a whole kids menu as well. Very family friendly. Very friendly staff, and you can have alcohol or non-alcoholic versions of drinks. And there's really something there for everyone to enjoy.
I just felt like it was a easygoing environment. I give it a 9. You said
9.5.
9.5.
Sticking to it, yeah.
And that's great. Overall,
my highest rated.
I think so. I think that it has been your highest rated show. I mean, for a restaurant. Overall, I think this is definitely a 9. Place if you're like going on your first date, or maybe you're on a date night or something.
I like how you bring up first dates every single restaurant. You're just like, all right, so if
I have to throw it in there.
Where do I take someone to date?
I don't know. You never know who listens to the show, so it's one of those things. I always say, if someone was listening to him, be like, hey, I have this. I'm in New Orleans and I'm going on this date. Would this be a good place?
If it's your second, third, or fourth date, don't say, oh, we missed it. We missed the chance.
Actually, this is one of these places where I feel like it's at any stage would be fine.
Oh yeah,
of being like a night out.
Bring the friends, bring the family, bring the coworkers. It's a fun night. It's a great place to eat.
So I think our final rating is I got a 9.
9.5.
And this is our review of Mopho.
Excellent place. I'm definitely going to go back there within the next month.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Definitely some Mopho sauces to go.
Mopho.
And that pretty much wraps up our show for the Midnight Mopho. And that wraps it up for our show for tonight. This is the Red Beam Podcast, the New Orleans edition. I'm your host, Mr. Toad.
And I'm Dr. Frog.
You guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Take care.